You are born in 1451 in Genoa, a port city, salt, tar, rotting ropes. Your father is a wool weaver. Your mother comes from a family of craftsmen. You are not the heir. You are not noble. You are the extra son in a city where the sea feeds only those willing to drown for it. In 1453, Constantinople falls. The Ottomans block the familiar trade routes. Europe looks for a way around. You grow up in a world where spices are worth more than blood and gold more than prayer. By the 1470s, you are already at sea. The Mediterranean teaches fast. Venetian galleys, storms off the coast of Portugal. In 1476, you are thrown onto the shores of Portugal after a battle near Cape St. Vincent. You survive. Many do not. Lisbon becomes your new school. Here they count miles. Here they read Ptolemy. Here they discuss the western route to India. In 1482, João II sends expeditions along Africa. You watch, you calculate, you envy. You are not a genius. You are stubborn. And you have already learned the world can be measured wrong if it serves your purpose. You settle in Lisbon, not a palace. A room, papers, maps, debt. You marry Felipa Moniz, a family with maritime connections. Through them, access to Atlantic charts, to logs of voyages to the Azores and Madeira. Paper matters more than steel. In 1484, you present your project to João II's court, a western route to India. You deliberately reduce the size of the earth. The commission disagrees. They call you a fantasist. You leave. In 1485, you appear in Castile, a country fresh from a war of succession. Little money, much ambition. In 1492, Granada falls, the last Muslim emirate. The Reconquista is over. The army is idle. The treasury needs new income. You spend years moving between courts, asking for audience, waiting, humiliating yourself. The monastery of La Rabida gives you shelter and contacts. You press on religious zeal and greed at the same time. April 17, 1492, the capitulations of Santa Fe. Isabella I of Castile and Ferdinand II of Aragon sign the terms. You receive the title of Admiral and Viceroy of future lands. Future lands that do not exist yet. You are not a romantic explorer. You are a risk manager. And you have just sold emptiness for a title. August 3rd, 1492. You depart from Palos de la Frontera. 3 ships, Santa Maria, Pinta, Nina. The crew are not heroes. Debtors, convicts, men without options. You keep 2 logs, 1 real, 1 for the crew. With shorter distances, fear must be managed. September 9th, 1492. The Canary Islands disappear behind you. Ahead is emptiness you call India. The compass begins to deviate. The men whisper. You lie calmly. Blame the winds. October 10th, 1492. Mutiny is close. You promise to turn back in 3 days. You count the hours. The wind works for you. October 12th, 1492. Land. The island of Guanahani. You name it, San Salvador. You plant the flag of Castile. The natives emerge unarmed. You write, they would make good servants. Already then. December 25th, 1492. Santa Maria runs aground off Hispaniola. You leave 39 men in Fort La Navidad. You depart on Nina. You call it discovery. They call it invasion. But no one yet knows you missed Asia by an entire continent. March 15th, 1493. You return to Palos de la Frontera, alive, with captured natives, with gold ornaments that promise more than they are worth. You go to court. Isabella smiles. Ferdinand calculates percentages. You enter as Admiral of the Ocean Sea. May 4th, 1493, Pope Alexander VI issues Inter Caetera. The Pope divides the world, a line on a map. Everything west belongs to Spain. You become part of a machine that cuts the planet with a ruler. September 25th, 1493. You depart on the second voyage. Not 3 ships, 17, soldiers, priests, colonists, horses, seeds, weapons. This is no longer exploration. This is colonization. At Hispaniola, Fort La Navidad is destroyed. All 39 men are dead. You respond with executions and the construction of La Isabela in 1494. There is less gold than promised. You impose a tribute system. Every Taino adult must deliver gold or cotton. Failure is punished, publicly. You stop being an explorer. You become a colonial administrator. And a colony is not a map. It is control. 1496, you return to Castile, with complaints against you, with less gold than promised. But you are still admiral. Titles intact. May 30th, 1498. You depart on the third voyage. 6 ships. You sail farther south. Experiment with latitude. July 31st, 1498. Trinidad. Then the mouth of the Orinoco. Fresh water in the ocean. You realize this is not an island. This is a continent. But you stubbornly call it India. The mistake has become your career. At Hispaniola, chaos. Colonists revolt. Accuse you of brutality and incompetence. You answer with gallows, Spaniards included. In 1499, other captains sailed to the new lands. Without you, your monopoly cracks. Your name is no longer alone in reports. August 1500, Francisco de Bobadilla arrives. Royal Commissioner, he arrests you. Chains on the Admiral of the Ocean Sea. You return to Spain in irons, symbol of the age, in chains. Some titles remain, but power is gone. Your peak was brief. You are allowed one more voyage, the last, without governorship, without authority. May 9th, 1502, you depart Cadiz. 4 caravels. Your son Ferdinand aboard. You still search for a passage to Asia. June 29th, 1502, off Hispaniola, you request shelter from a storm. Governor Nicola de Ovando refuses. A treasure fleet sinks. Your ships survive. In 1503, stranded in Jamaica. Ships destroyed by worms. Men starving. February 29th, 1504. Lunar eclipse. You use astronomical tables. You threaten divine anger. Food appears. November 1504. You return to Spain. Ill. Arthritis. Fever. Letters demanding payment. Isabella dies. Your protector is gone. You demand your promised share. They listen politely. Pay little. The system moves on. May 20th, 1506. Valladolid. You die in a rented house, not at sea, in bed, with debt. You are 55. You believed you reached Asia. You never understood the scale of your mistake, and that mistake changed the world.